What is up, you guys? Welcome to session number 92. We are seeing, a really bad red day today, day after Thanksgiving. Here's the news here. CNBC Live updates. Dow dropping 1,200 points. S&P losing 3% as Trump's Powell attacks add to investor concerns. We have today President Donald Trump ramping up his attacks on Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, raising questions about the central bank's independence, while traders received little signs of progress on global trade talks. So last week we had, Jerome Powell come out and, give a little update about, the Federal Reserve and the economy and Trump tariffs and stuff like that. And he said last week that, Trump tariffs are, away from their goals and they could be inflationary. And that did not go well with President Donald Trump. He thinks, the Federal Reserve should cut rates. And obviously, if Jay Powell thinks that, his tariffs are going to be inflationary, that they're going to be raising rates. That could be a sign that they're going to be raising rates, which is really bad, as we saw, back in 2022, as, the Federal Reserve started raising rates. We saw, the stock market really take a nasty downturn. And that's, what we're kind of seeing now is we're seeing a little shaky with President Donald Trump really, warning investors about, Jerome Powell and what he thinks about him. And he obviously thinks that he's doing a horrible job and that he's always late on, rate cuts and stuff like that. We are, not doing so well today. We have the Dow Jones Industrial Average trading 1292 points lower, or 3.2%. We have the S&P shedding 3.4%, NASDAQ shedding 3.6%. Magnificent Seven, guys, tech titans drag the major index. Tesla and Nvidia losing 7 and 6%, guys. We have Tesla earnings coming out tomorrow after the bell. Amazon shedding 4, AMD and Meta Platforms, also coming down, and then also Caterpillar declining 3%. So we're seeing technology really take a hit today. Here's what Trump is saying on his Truth Social platform. The economy would slow unless Powell, who he referred to as Mr. Too Late, a major loser. As I just said, he's always late on, cutting rates and stuff like that. He thinks that, Jay Powell should lower interest rates immediately. This follows another post late week in which Trump also called for the Fed to lower rates, even hinting at Powell's termination. Something White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett said the president's team was studying. So, President Donald Trump not too happy with Federal Reserve Jay Powell's comments last week. And, President Donald Trump is looking into trying to terminate Jay Powell, Federal Reserve. But a lot of people know that the Federal Reserve is independent from politics and such. So we'll see what happens. Trump will try to find a way to try and get him, maybe do a bunch of lawsuits against the Federal Reserve or such, something like that. So to try and get him out. The dollar was also under pressure, hitting a 3-year low as the threats ramped up. Gold, meanwhile, soared to record highs above $3,400 per ounce. So as people, investors, traders start to get FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt on the stock market, they tend to take money out and tend to go to gold. And then we obviously see that 3-year low on the dollar. So not really a good sign to start the week, day after Easter. But we have a lot more other stuff in here as well. You guys could take a look at this right here. That's pretty much the news today. Donald Trump really unhappy with Jay Powell. Investors are really scared that he's going to be going after Jay Powell. And, if he goes after Jay Powell and Jay Powell tends to lose his job, then we could see, a nasty, even worse bear market than what we're seeing currently. Because Federal Reserve really manages, rates and manages, potential crash, recession, and stuff like that. So, obviously, the government is a big factor as well, but the Federal Reserve is also a big factor to controlling, how people spend money and how people don't spend money, raising rates, cutting rates, stuff like that. So, a lot of people have faith on Jay Powell, so if he goes, then we're going to see, very worsening uncertainty in the market. So that is the news. I'll put this in the description below. So we look at the S&P 500 Spider ETF right here, day chart, 1 minute. We see it really in pre-market trending down, and then right when the market opened, we saw this drop here. Fell like a knife today, guys, with trying to recover here, getting rejected, trying to recover here, rejected, trying to recover here as the closest to the 200. Not a good sign for the stock market, especially as we approach major earnings. As we have major earnings report this week as of Tesla. We have Tesla tomorrow after the bell, and we all know what's happening with that stock as well. Major backlash as Elon Musk is about to face quarter one bad numbers, as we saw Tesla really drop here in market open, leading up to their earnings tomorrow. I saw a really drop, but then we see a little consolidation here. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. They need to, release a banger for the stock to go up, because we all know that, they will have bad numbers due to, the Model Y revamp. People not buying Model Ys because, they knew the new one was going to come out. And then we also have the brand backlash with, Elon and Doge and stuff like that. People not wanting to buy Teslas right now, and due to people vandalizing them and stuff like that. So we have Tesla really under pressure this week as well. That's the day chart here. We look at the 6-month chart. Usually the chart we look at, we saw a run up here on Tesla 488.54, and then we saw it really come down in December as Donald Trump's administration got in. We saw it really take a tumble here. So that could be because everyone was expecting bad numbers, and then we saw Elon with Doge, and then that caused a really bad downturn as well, guys. So we see it currently trading at 224.54. Will this get under $200 tomorrow? Very well can, if Elon doesn't come out with a banger earnings call to really motivate investors to stay into the stock, or short sellers to open up more positions on this stock. So we'll see what happens with Tesla tomorrow. Very, very much under pressure. We obviously have our Tesla to Mogul program in our Mogul pot. That's exclusive content. If you guys want more exclusive content, go to mogulfellas.com to be able to access our long-term account. This is our trading account right here that we use $25,000 into this account to be able to fund our long-term account. So that's Tesla, guys. We go back to SPY here, and we see it really come down below this 200-day in February, and then right when I believe right here is when Liberation Day is what they call it happened, and we saw the market really come down. back up, and then back down. So we see it at 479 low there, currently trading at 509. We really need to get some trade deals, guys. We really need to get some trade deals going, as Donald Trump is very much under pressure. Obviously he's having beef with Jay Powell right now, but he also needs to focus on making trade deals, and he's stalling, guys. He's stalling. He wants to, obviously make America great again, and obviously try to make the best deals possible with these other countries, as these other countries were taking advantage of us with tariffs and such, especially China. Massive trade deficit there with China that we have. So he really wants to single out China and try to make the best deal possible to force them into a deal with the United States. And then obviously we need to make a deal with our allies as well. Another major deficit that we have, I think it's our second trade deficit, is the European Union, guys. So it would be great to make a deal with Europe as well. So that's what we're watching, guys. Obviously there's other countries as well coming to the table. Once we start seeing some trade deals, we could start seeing some confidence in the market with traders and investors coming back in. So that is the current state of the stock market right now. Trade, tariffs, Jay Powell, and then we also have earnings season approaching, which is not good, as we have this tariff stuff going on, and Trump fighting with Jay Powell. All right, guys, so we currently have the total account value at 2509. Our trading accounts, we are currently 11.6 in, and then cash balance of 13. We made some changes last week. If you guys are part of the Mogul Fellows, you guys in the Mogul Fellows Discord, you see all this stuff, guys. So we obviously do one trading session per week, but everything else is done in the Discord, guys. So if you want to get full access to be able to know exactly what we're doing every single day into this public portfolio, and other stuff as well, such as our long-term account, the Mogul Pot, and updates, news updates, trade alerts, stuff like that, you got to get into the Discord. Go over to mogulfellows.com to check out how to get in. All right, so we're going to do the buy of the day now, guys. We're not going to trim today. We obviously are down quite a bit in this bear market we're having currently right now. Open P&L minus 1885. That's fine for us, because we're going to buy, obviously we're going to be patient and try to wait this out. Obviously, every time we're down, it tends to come back up. That's the stock market, guys. So get into good companies, fundamental analysis for good companies, technical analysis, what we're doing now to get into to know when to buy companies. So let's go ahead and purchase do the $50 buy of the day. And we have INQ really down 7.3% here. They're still in a fair value range. Tesla, we're gonna wait for Tesla. We don't know what it's gonna do. It could pump back up, but our trading position, we have quite a bit in. We have $1,400 into the stock market value. So obviously, we kind of want to pump the brakes on Tesla right now. We're still, buying like crazy in our long-term, our Tesla to Mogul program, in the Mogul Pot. But our trading account, we're going to pump the brakes, our trading position on Tesla, we're going to pump the brakes on right now. We do want to think about adding into NVIDIA, but we do have that as a, I think that's the second biggest position in the portfolio is NVIDIA, and to get it below $100 is a steal. So it's going to be between NVIDIA today. It's at a 32 RSI level. We just added Oracle into the account. If you were part of the, if you're in the Discord, you knew that last week. So we are in the process of trying to build up this position. So today, I think we're gonna go with Oracle just to try to build this position up. So these other stocks, guys, are obviously, selling down on the day. We have, the down Amazon down 3%. We have Uber down 4%. Palantir down almost 5%. Hood is, down 3%. We're going to watch these stocks as the week goes on in the Discord. But right now, to see to adding Oracle into the position and seeing it down almost over 5%, and then us just really starting that position last week, it'll be great for us to add into this stock. So let's go ahead and do the buy of the day, Oracle. So let's go ahead and do $50 buy. We have it trading currently at a 29 RSI level, currently in oversold levels, guys. So let's go ahead and buy Oracle here. Our $50 buy of the day for session number 92, guys. All right, so we currently bought Oracle $50 for $122.50. We go over here back and you see that we're building on one share there, guys, and we'll keep trying to add to that position as it comes down farther. We see it at a low here on the 6-month chart of 117. It'd be great to see it below that, because we want to buy deals, guys, and to buy dollar cost average into this bear market. So that is pretty much session number 92, guys. We're not going to trim today. We can't really trim at all. Palantir, we have $10, 6, 5, 1, 1. It's not worth. So our focus right now, especially in this market, is to buy as many deals as we can. And there's a lot of stocks here in the Mogul 30 that is presenting that opportunity for us to do. So that is our session. Oracle $50 buy. We have the market really tumbling today, Dow down 1,200 points. President Trump beefing with Jay Powell, and we also have Trump tariffs really dampening the economy, the stock market, and and then we also have major earnings coming up, which is going to really be a test for investor and traders to see what kind of FUD comes their way during that time. If you're going to see a lot of maybe stocks kill it on their quarterly earnings, and then the stocks still go down. You could see that your stock go nowhere. We could see these stocks also pump if there's something that comes out of the White House with these earnings. So really just depend. We don't know what the stock market is going to do, guys. That's why we have the Mogul Fellows strategy laid out. Get into the Discord, guys, if you want to learn our strategy, guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this content, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Really help us out. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe. And then also, if you guys want to be in the Discord, and if you guys want more exclusive content, go over to mogulfellows.com. Check out membership options, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit the outro.